Oh, Dan, this is just Donald Trump weaponizing the federal government. Is it? You have an institution getting my money, acknowledging it's racist against black Americans. I want to know who they are. Please read this in the show notes. It's a follow-up on Tiana Lowe's story from the Washington Examiner the other day about Princeton University. I shouldn't let this. All right. This is in the show notes. Check it out. Washington Examiner staff. Princeton's cheap, empty virtue signaling may prove very expensive. Folks, I'm not even going to do a screenshot from this because I just want to explain this to you because the story, if this doesn't put a smile on your face, you have no sense of humor at all. So Princeton University decided that they were going to cater to the woke, Black Lives Matter Marxist crowd. And they put out, of course, a statement, probably on demand of, a group of blue checkmark Twitter people, that our university is racist. Joe, racist. You can't even fix it. It's so racist. You can read the statement. I'm exaggerating with the statement, but Princeton University, I'm not kidding, put out a statement suggesting the university was racist. We got to do everything we can to fight. What were they doing? They're woke signaling to the woke brigade that we acknowledge our white privilege and how racist we are against our black students. It's kind of a rough thing to put out there, no? Now, I can tell you right now, I can categorically state my company, Bongino Inc., Bongino Report, Rumble, Parler, whatever company I'm associated with, we do not judge anyone based on their race, where they're from, sex, or anything like that. We actually believe in things like real diversity, even their political beliefs. You're talented, you're talented. I don't care if you're a liberal or not. Come work for us. Can you imagine ever in 1,000 years putting out a statement acknowledging your company is in fact unfixably racist to signal to the woke brigade that you're woke too? So what happened? Some of you caught the story the other day. Tiana Lowe broke it. Apparently the federal government that allocates federal education dollars to universities like Princeton and elsewhere, thankfully, Joe, has a condition for those dollars, which we should all be glad is in there. And that condition's what? If you're a racist, we're not going to give you any money. Probably a good idea, don't you think, Joe, to throw that in there? I think everybody pretty much agrees with that. If a university came out and said, we are absolutely racist against black people, you're not getting my money or Joe's or Paula's or anyone else. Fair, right? So now Princeton's got a little problem. The federal government's opened an investigation into Princeton and is saying, I don't think we should give you any tax dollars anymore because you guys are racist. We're not racist. You just said you're racist. You put out a statement. So now Princeton's in a little pickle. What's the pickle? The pickle now is Princeton, because there's an investigation open. They can, number one, come out and say, okay, really not. Folks, Princeton's not racist. Let me go on the record. Princeton University they're not. Now, do they discriminate against conservatives? Yes. Do they discriminate based on race? Maybe in their admissions, who knows? They're admitting there. I don't believe that. So Princeton University has two choices. They can come out and say, hey, we're not really racist against minority black students. I don't believe they are. But we just said that to signal to the woke people, so we were just kidding. Princeton University, therefore, will be the laughing stock of both the woke brigade, who will attack them for saying, how dare you say you're not racist against blacks? Everybody is. White fragility. 1619 Project. You're racist. This is the patriarchy, white supremacy. So you see how option number one, they're screwed. If they screw the woke brigade and say they're not racist, forget it. But then what happens? They lose boatloads of cash from you because the federal government doesn't want to give money to racist people. Or they could go down path two and continue to insist that they are unfixably racist, lose millions of federal dollars, and have to acknowledge on the record to the federal government who the racists are in the institution. I'd like to know that, right? Where they're located, what departments, who's getting money from them. Fair, right? My tax dollars are going to an institution acknowledging how racist they are. I want to know who the racists are, don't you? See, unlike liberals, we're the actual non-racists. They're the racists. So if my tax dollars are going to a university paying racists, I want to know who they are, don't you? So that's option 2. They can continue down their yes, we're racist path, cater to the woke brigade, the wokedivists from Wokistan, and they can undergo a full investigation where taxpayers like me get to find out who exactly the racists are, their racist past, their racist social media, and we can take our tax dollars back. Sounds good, doesn't it? Again, tell me how voting for Biden, if you're a never Trump Republican lunatic, tell me how this would have happened under the Biden administration. Oh, Dan, this is just Donald Trump weaponizing the federal government. Is it? You have an institution getting my money, acknowledging it's racist against Black Americans. I want to know who they are.
You just heard Dan Bongino.